Hello, Giants fans. Welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. The Giants lost to the Rays 6-1 yesterday. They've dropped this 3-game series, and the streak just continues. After yesterday's 7-0 shutout win, it did look like they'd put themselves in position to get better, but it was just yesterday. It was just another dry day for the bats. And Ross Stripling did not have a good outing after Ryan Walker allowed an unearned run in the first inning. Ross Stripling came in for the following 6 innings, and 5 runs scored off of him, including 3 home runs. He couldn't keep the ball off the bat. And I mean, the Giants allowed him to pitch deep. He came in the second and pitched 6 innings going through the 7th. But I mean, he allowed 5 runs, and then Scott Alexander pitched a scoreless 8th. Alex Wood pitched a scoreless 9th. The only run of the game that the Giants were able to put up was with the bases loaded in the 7th inning. LaMonte Wade Jr. walked to force in a run. But other than that, the Giants weren't able to get anything else out of their bases loaded opportunity in the 7th. And I'm not sitting here telling you that it would have been a comeback, but it's just, I mean, those opportunities, it's like one run is just, I mean, even when you're behind 6-0, it's like one run is just kind of a waste of that kind of a chance to get runners home, and you don't know, like, with a few more hits, the Giants would have cut their deficit, and I mean, it's still, I know it isn't very mathematically probable if they would have come back in that inning, but I mean, it was just a chance to get something going, and they really blew it. And I mean, it's just not good. So I'm just trying to keep track here. This is like the 4th series, I think, that they've lost in a row, and they just have not been able to do it against these contending teams here, which is concerning. I mean, they're in the other league for sure, but just the Giants just haven't been able to stand up to any kind of real tough competition lately. And next, they take on the Braves in a 3-game series after the off day of today. And it's so they're going back now to playing teams in the National League, and we'll have to see if that changed anything for them, if their approach is able to change for the better. But the point is, this thing with the offense, it's sometimes they just can't get anything going like yesterday, and I think there are just too many days like this, and we're talking after the trade deadline, so it's a little late to change things as far as that, but I'm just pointing this out because those were the effects that I was talking about when I said they had to add to their roster, and you know, now it's happening. There is at least some hope for potentially having Wade Meckler be a really good bat in the lineup, especially given his exceptional statistics in the minor leagues that got him to the bigs the very year after he was drafted, which is extremely rare. And before September, too, in the year after he was drafted, not just a September call-up. So if he can be a good bat, that might help the Giants a bit, but, I mean, they're going to need to change things significantly because this is, I really just don't know what to say. It's not going well for the Giants. I will say, though, I think in a situation like this, we kind of have to remember 2016. They barely snuck into the playoffs. I mean, we remember how that ended, but I mean that's a different discussion. It's got to end differently, but it's not like things were going super well that year in terms of like it being really. I mean, it was in September they kind of fell off, but they rallied at the last minute and barely snuck in. So I'm just saying that because this year, it's kind of looking, but it's just not looking super good. It could be a similar thing though, and they still have the opportunity to go to the playoffs even if it is barely sneaking in, and that's probably that's the way that things stand for them right now. And you got to remember this is a year with expanded playoffs. So if they do just take that final wild card spot, if that's what they end up doing, that they're still in the playoffs and they've got a chance to win a World Series. So we just don't give up, even if that's the case. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, please leave your questions and comments. You know where to do it. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.